Today we're going to do something I've somehow never done before. We are going to click the magic 1 button and start the random deck copy challenge. Alright, 15,000 trophies. Let's see. Dear fucking Christ. Alright, so we have no evolutions, and we're going to see if this is actually harder than playing cycle dicks with troll gimmicky cards at 15,000 trophies. One of my favorite things to do is just like play the broken cards and then cycle to them as quickly as possible to abuse what broken gimmick is abusable, I guess. And so that's why I haven't really done this. I don't do a lot of like, I guess, meta challenges. I just kind of do the shit that I think is funny because like this game has become just like abuse whatever's most broken to win. And instead of trying to fight that, I decided, fuck it, let's embrace it. But today we're going to do the challenge. Holy smokes, Magic Archer of Dreams from my boy. Let's see if we can actually, let's see if we can try and make a little counter push here, because he did use his Mega Knight, and I feel like we might have him broke here. And he's going to go for a King Tower activation using the Fisherman, and that's going to be a lot of damage. Let's go for a cheeky Ice Spirit Barb Barrel, and even though that died, I still, that's alright. He didn't activate King, we're winning in damage, and that's all good. So I just finished live streaming beating Jitty Kong as well. I'm not going to spoil the result, but it was a great live stream. It was a great live stream. And I'm not sure if a lot of people realize, but on the channel, I don't really, if I live stream something that I think there's no point in recreating it as a video, you can just click the live. This is why I stream on YouTube as well. You can just click the live tab and then you can watch the stream like as a YouTube video. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, that's there. If you click the live tab, you can see my last two streams were the match against Jitty and the rematch, if you haven't seen them already. But yeah, I'm not going to say what happens, but I had a good time. I'm actually not minding this dick we've got here, I can't lie, because I've got Graveyard Poison, but then I've also got Barb Barrel, which works well. It's like, it's got answers. I got two small spells. There must be some kind of criteria that the random deck copy challenge has to hit when you're going into a game. Like, it must give you a tank, it must give you like a couple spells, and it must give you like a win condition or something. And you can sometimes just get fucked depending on what the game's definition of those things are. And that's actually how you play Mega Draft, by the way. That's how you play that whole game mode. All right, that was a good Hog Rider because it's going to block the Fly Machine from being two-shotted by the Zappies. We're going to kill that shit, and holy smokes, Kyo 33 doesn't have a chance. And that is, that's a dominant first dick. I haven't really done like the copy opponent's dick challenge or anything like that, you know, random dick, any of this shit. So this feels kind of weird. And now we're actually going up against the evolution. So let's go for this to buy myself some more time so that I can go for this. And it just felt like we had the answers against this little bucko over here. And that's going to be a GG in the first game. And I don't think that's, yeah, it's Jova. Heal that shit up. Heal is kind of nasty in this dick anyway. And I did read a lot of the comments on yesterday's video talking about how I was like, seeing the comments were split about the Chinese Clash Royale. Some people like the editing, some people don't like it. And yeah, I think the consensus was just do whatever you want to do. And I think it will make for the best content. And I will always keep doing these kind of videos, or at least in some form or another. Wait, no, cancel! All right, let's see. So we got pretty lucky with that first dick, I'm not going to lie. But let's click it, the magic wand. What will the game give us? Okay, we actually got an evolution. And it looks like it's hitting a criteria of certain cards. It's completely random, but I feel like sorry, I've gone against Daddy before. I don't know, I've made so many videos on this channel, I just don't know if I've ever come across another Ken. Okay, this is a little bit weird, but there's obviously only room for one of us, so this is going to be fighting for my honor right now. And we've started out very well against Ken from Shifters. It's weird, I don't think I've actually ever met another Ken in my entire life. Which is weird because I feel like it's a great name. My ego is over the max, but I think it's a great name, and I don't know why I'm not seeing any Kens. So, you know what? Shout out Ken, but also I'm going to have to annihilate you, little bro, because only one of us can be called Ken, and the other one has to be called Beta Male. And I do want to read this guy's clan description. But anyway, we got, what do we have here? We got E-Giant, okay, that was bad timing. E-Giant, Rocket, Goblin Heart, Magic Archer, and he's got Boss Bandit. All right, let's set up with a Goblin Heart. We've got Prince. If he dashes back, that's fine, because it's just going to spawn another Spear Goblin that I hope will Wait, yes, the firecracker missed. That's perfect. All right, let's go for a prince in case he dashes back, and that will wander to the prince as well, so that's going to be perfect. And that was value. Now, if we can't get through with the E-Giant, I think I'm going to have to play the Magic Art to get damage. And he's got Evolve Mega Knight. I'm glad we have at least one Evolve card. All right, let's go for Magic Archer and then just have enough to kite because I need something to start doing damage to that. And that's going to be perfect. Hopefully get a hit on the Musketeer. Okay, that's fine. And that's actually going to be a pretty good use of defense there. And then we're going to go with guards. I kind of like this challenge because it's kind of forcing me to adapt to whatever situation I'm in. I feel like I've played so much just abuse the... Like, when you play ladder in this game, the strategy is just abuse whatever is the most broken evolution. Because it doesn't make sense not to do that because... like, everybody else is fucking doing it, so you have to do it as well. So when you're at max level, and everybody has every card, it doesn't make sense to play things... Like, I used to be the guy that would play the thing I'm most comfortable with, and I've played like 10,000 times, but it just makes more sense to play the shit that's broken. It always will, because you're putting yourself at a disadvantage if you're not doing that. Alright, anyway, let's go for a Magic Boy, and, okay, that Firecracker is getting so much value that I'm going to Evo Zap it. I wanted to save my Evo Zap, but that is the kind of thing you need to save it for. I mean, look how much fucking damage that thing did, and it almost killed my Magic Archer there. So, we're going to defend there. This is kind of like a sweat fest against Kenny in this first game. Alright, let's go for this, and then go for this instantly so it doesn't jump on my guards. I want it to hit them individually. And that is kind of an annoying Firecracker, so please get one more shot so that I can at least zap it if I need to. And I feel like he spent a lot of elixir there, but I'm going to go quite aggressive here, and let's see if we can get some damage with the Magic Archer. He's going to dash back, but it's still going to be in range, and this could even... Wait. Okay, it stopped hitting the tower. If it kept hitting the tower there, it could have put it into rocket range, but it did not. So... let's hope we can kill the Musketeer at least. If he gets a Mega Knight in front, that's going to be nasty. All right, nice. So he's back to his Mega Knight. And you can see I kind of have awkward hands here. We're going to just sacrifice that Goblin Hut. Go for a Magic Archer here. And that should jump on the Ice Wizard, which I don't mind at all. Dear fuck. All right. I think he can't defend this, I believe. Because he goes with Boss Bandit, but it's not going to do enough damage. So... ooh, wait. Ice Wizard? Okay, he's going to stop the splash. And because the Dagger Duchess doesn't reflect as much when it runs out of daggers, I actually didn't get the reflection damage needed to win the game there. So let's try our best to defend. Alright, we're going to go for a Goblin Heart here. We need to start spawning goblins. And let's go for a Zap and try and hopefully kill the fucking shit behind the Mega Knight. Okay, nice. We got a hit there. And I cannot lose to Ken, man. I just can't. Okay, let's go for this. And that's going to be... a countered push. Yes, okay, the Evo Firecracker died. And the Boss Bandit's gone. Thank fuck. Alright, and that's still alive. So let's go for an E-Giant here. And let's hope that lines up. Come on. Line up. Alright, let's go for a Prince to snipe that shit. We kind of have to. And then let's go for another Magic Archer. And Prince went for the Mega Knight there. And at that... come on, man. Alright, we've got weird hands here. He's kind of arrow cycling me, but we get some... I feel like we got some splash damage there. Alright, you know what? As much as I want to zap the Firecracker's getting damage. I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose on... No, it didn't line up. I could have rocketed, but I couldn't afford it because I went for the Evo Zap because I didn't realize he was getting Firecracker damage. I fucking lost to Ken. God. I lost to Ken and he had emotes on the whole game. I lost to Ken. I lost to fucking Ken. I had that game in the palm of my hands and I fucking lost to Ken. Lost again from the shifters. A friendly wow. Fuck. You know what? That's all I need to do.